Good morning. Hey, Yolanda K. Hi, Robert Rocks, Steck Box. Thank you for joining. This is Core Work with UL Muhammad. Feed the fishes. I know, Robert, they've already been fed for this morning. I'm welcoming you to my core scope this morning, giving everybody a chance to come onto the scope. When you sign on, say hey, give me a shout out, where you're from, your name and where you're from. Give me a shout out. I'm Unitha Muhammad from Los Angeles, California via Gardena. It's a beautiful morning out here at my koi pond. My bridge, can you see my bridge and all of that? Thank you for joining. Hello, hi, this is Unitha. Oh yes, Yolanda, you listened to TJ this morning. Yeah, I listened to her too, right? Wasn't it awesome? And that's part of Yolanda why I said, okay, I need to scope this morning. TJ inspired me so much. But hello everyone and welcome to this Solution Saturday. I had to think of a name because I missed Fix It Friday. I know I got to get back on my Fix It Fridays, but this is Solution Saturday just because we missed Fix It Friday yesterday. And so I just wanted to welcome you to the scope. I am Unitha L. Muhammad and with Core Work with UL Muhammad. And I'm so glad that you're joining me this morning for my core scope. This Periscope is where we come together and I give you insights and tips so that you can be your best self. There's people telling you, I look at a lot of scopes that tell you how to scope. Oh, TJ, hey. Yeah, TJ, you inspired me to scope this morning looking at your scope. I was like, I need to scope, TJ. But there's a lot of scopes that tell you how to scope. But over here, when you come to core work, you're going to get a scope that's going to encourage and edify and help you be your best. Uh-oh, she's waiting to board the plane, y'all. I think she's in Miami again, right, TJ? You're in Miami, getting ready to come back home. Yes, we're going to have a girlfriend's lunch so we can just, all this juiciness, all these great things. TJ went on a cruise and then she wrote a book in 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. So for all of you like me who say you can't get that book out, yeah, you can. Just write. As TJ says, just write and you'll get it out. So it's funny because my husband and my husband was heading to the gym as TJ was scoping, and he was like, so, we got to write our books. It was so funny. Oh, yes, Yolanda. You see, TJ Yolanda's on here. She's telling you, yeah. Uh-oh, the screen flipped. Hold on. Back to the pond. Back to the wonderful fish. Yeah, just right. TJ tells you just right. And that's what it's all about. When you're trying to get that book out, just right. Just right. Decay, get that book out. You need the Muhammad, get that book out. So this morning I thought about on Solution Saturday, I thought about so again, type your name and where you're from so we can all be engaged in this scope. If you have any questions, please ask them. But I thought about what kind of energy are we putting out there? What kind of energy are we putting out in this world? I think that a lot of times we're not conscious of that. We're not conscious of the energy we're putting out. We're conscious of the energy that others may put out towards us or energy that we may receive. But I don't think some people are as conscious about the energy that they put out. And I just think it's very welcome, Noronas. I think that's it. I don't think we're conscious of the energy that we put out. And we have to be very mindful of that. We have to know that, yes, stay conscious of your energy. Yes, TJ, thank you for the hearts. Yes, tap, tap, tap. If something resonates with you, I want to see the hearts. I want to see the love. I want to feel the love because, hey, sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself out here. And so, but we have to be conscious of the energy that we put out. Are we putting out positive energy, or are we the Debbie Downers in the room? Are we the people bringing other people down because of the energy that we exude? And you're right. We don't, TJ and I, Yolanda, we don't do negative energy. We don't do it. We just don't go in that realm. And I literally had to cut some people out of my life because their energy was so, negative that I had to cut them out because it was just too, they were just bringing me down. It was just a constant pity party, constant woe is me. And you know how when someone just wants to be depressed, just wants to be angry, and you're trying to pick them up and you're trying to give them another option or, cheer them up, and they're like, well, and they go back to the depressed place. Yeah, those were those people. And so it's like, you just want to be depressed just to be depressed. So I'm going to let you be depressed because, you don't realize it. Hello, Leonardo. Anthony singing. Oh, thank you for everyone who's joining. Neo 555. Thank you for joining the Core Scope. I'm Unitha Muhammad, and I'm here to help you transform from the inside out. That's what my Core Scope is all about. I call it Core Scope because the work I do is getting to the core, that's why it's called Core Work, ULM, and the ULM stands for Unitha L. Muhammad, and the L stands for Latanya. Those of you who didn't know. It's ULM, Core Work ULM, and I do the work of helping people transform from the inside out. And I do this through counseling, groups, healing. I do healing work with people. I do healing groups. My husband and I, we do relationship and relationship counseling. As a matter of fact, last night, we had our photo shoot with a couple other couples. We're working on this Power Couple International, and we're working on this great organization. Look out, it's coming. It's coming. We're getting ready to have events. We're getting ready to have stuff, and it's some really great couples, the Harrises, the Clarks, the amazing Clarks, as they call themselves, Hosea Collins. There's just different people that we're coming together, and we're going to just do this work of helping couples be their best and have their best relationship and lives. But again, back to the energy. Have you ever felt that? Like, has anybody ever felt like, that's it, TJ, Power Couple International. Have you ever felt like, is it me? Is it me? Is it me bringing the energy down? Is it me whose energy is off today? And all of us have bad days. I'm not up all the time. Even the walking exclamation point TJ Mercer, she's not up all the time. But have you ever felt that? Let's see a show of hands. I have. I felt like, is it me? And I've had to go and do an inward check. And today's scope is about that. It's about just do the inward check. Do the inward check to see if it's you. What's going on with you that has thank you, Yolanda. Yes, me and Pastor O, that's my husband Omar. We're so excited about the Power Couple International. We were taking photos last night, feeling like superstars. We taped our videos. We told our love story. All the couples told their love story. So we sat around. Oh, I see squirrels on the roof. I'm gonna pan away from the squirrel on the roof so I don't get afraid. So anyway, that is so funny. Yeah, in Gardena we have little animals, raccoons and squirrels and all of that stuff. And so, yeah, okay. And so, we have to be mindful of the energy we put out. But yeah, we had these great photo shoot and we're doing our videos. TJ, we were doing our sizzle reels, as you call them. I think that's what they're called. But, I have to, I know TJ says she has to pan away so she doesn't get afraid. But, yeah, I know, because then all of a sudden this will be one of those videos going viral where the squirrel comes and jumps on my shoulder and I'm like, ah! And it's all on camera. So anyway, we were yes, yep, scissor reel. So we were doing all of that last night, just getting ready for this great movement that is going to hit you next year in 2016. We're coming together with other powerful couples, and we're helping other couples to unleash their power and to walk in their power in a very profound way. And that's the work, again, that goes back to the work that I do with Core Work with UL Muhammad, Unitha Muhammad. So we have to be mindful of our energy. And so I want you to think about that. Am I the Debbie Downer in the room? What energy am I bringing to the space? And I tend to, and I notice TJ is like this, and I notice actually Yolanda K is like this. When I walk in the room, I observe the energy. I observe what's going on in the room. I don't just come in and just be like, hey, Yolanda, welcome back. I was talking about how you're a person like me, that you observe the energy in the room. And Yolanda, it's very interesting because Yolanda K, TJ Mercer, and myself, we all have these high energy personalities. We're like the cheerleaders. And you know how some people didn't like the cheerleaders in school, you know what I mean? People didn't like the one was like, we can do it, yeah! They're like, can you go somewhere and sit down? Okay, but we have to be mindful of our energy, because sometimes when we are high energy people, we have our down moments, and sometimes people are like, well, what's wrong? You're like, nothing's wrong. I'm just quiet. I'm just thinking. I can't be, up there all the time. So we have to be mindful of our energy. So first thing I do is when I walk in the room, I observe the energy of the room. Do that. When you walk in the room, number one, observe the energy. Number two, look at where does your energy, what energy level are you at, and then if the energy, if you see that it's a high energy, what I've learned, if you're in a high energy situation, you will tend to move up to the energy of the room. If there's a down energy, you can choose. I don't know why, but if it's a down energy, you can tend to go down with it, or you can stay at the level you're at, stay kind of medium, or you can bring the high energy. So what I've learned to do is, depending on the circumstances, depending on the environment, if the energy is really down in the room, and that even means if it's an energy of people criticizing people, if it's an energy of people being negative, it's an energy of people being depressed, I tend to lighten the load. I tend to be the one that will come in and will change the energy. And so you want to be mindful of that, because you bring an energy with you. And maybe your job is to transform the energy of the room. Yeah, they don't know, Yolanda, what to do when we're quiet. They're like, what's wrong? Can we pray for you? Or do you need any help? And it's like, no, I'm fine. But I do think we have a responsibility to help change the environment that we're in. And I don't think it takes much. I think it takes a smile. I think it takes a, hey, how you doing? It takes telling a cute little joke. It takes complimenting someone. It takes just being present and attending to maybe the need, maybe answering a question or addressing something. Like, sometimes I may be the person that says, wow, this is everybody in this room is down. What's going on? Did I miss something? Just saying something like that will change the energy of the room. And I think that we don't have to accept things as they are. And that's the whole thing about being mindful of our energy. That's our word for today, about being mindful. Okay, you guys, it's early in the morning, so the little animals are coming out. So I'm being mindful. Oh, this is so funny. And so, you're right, Yolanda. Our energy can change the atmosphere. It really can. And we have to be mindful of the energy that we bring, and if it's our responsibility to change the energy of the room that we're in. And so I say to you, do it. If you like the work I do, people come to me a lot, and they're not even my clients, but they want to talk to me about their problems. They want to talk to me about something. And that's a lot. I can carry a lot, and I'm very mindful of my energy. And so there's things and exercises that I do when I finish talking to people that have just put some heavy stuff on me. I have to release that energy. So I have to let it go. I have to release the energy, or I'll carry that energy of that traumatic thing, I do stretching, I do exercises, I do work where I have to let go of that energy. I have my partner that does the healing work with me. If I can't bring the party, I just stay home. I want people happy. Exactly, TJ. I'm like that too. And TJ's really like that as well. I'm gonna get that hair out my face. Okay, so you're right. And so I think we have to be mindful of our energy, know that we have a responsibility that we can change the energy in the room. We don't have to accept things the way they are. We have to be mindful of the energy that we come in the room with. We have to know that our energy makes a difference. What are we bringing to the show? And it doesn't mean being fake, and it doesn't mean doing things that you're not comfortable with. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you being yourself, but I'm also talking about that you can change the energy of the room. It doesn't have to stay down. It doesn't have to stay depressed. It doesn't have to be a negative space just because when you walked in it was negative. When you walk in, you bring the light. You walk in, you bring the joy. When you walk in, you bring the expectation for something good. And so that's the work that I do. I help people to get to the place where they can let it all go so that they can live in abundance and they can live the life that they so desire, because all of us want to be happy. All of us want to be in love and to love someone and to have someone love us, and all of us want to be successful, and all of us want to travel and do, just different things, that whatever it is that interests you, you want your good life, and whatever your good life looks like, you want that, and you have the power to create it now, the power to create that life, the power to create that future. You can do it now, right now in this moment, by shifting that energy from saying, this is a beautiful Saturday morning, instead of saying, oh, it's kind of overcast. I didn't feel right. I want to be back in the bed. I want to be asleep. I didn't want to get up this morning. No, you could say, you know what? This is a great morning and I'm expecting great things. And TJ started the morning out great. That's like I had to scope, because she started off the morning talking about how she got her book done in 3 weeks, 3 days. Sorry, not 3 weeks, 3 days. She was on a cruise, enjoying some classmates, and also wrote a book. Don't you tell me what you can't do. Don't you? Excuses be gone, as the late great Dr. Wayne Dyer said. Excuses be gone. We have to learn to show up for our lives, show up with the right kind of energy, because getting that book done, getting that business plan written, finishing school, doing that homework, doing all the things you have to do takes the right kind of energy. It takes the energy of, I'm going to do it. Sometimes it's just, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And there are times, like I had to say that today about this scope. I'm going to get up and I'm going to scope. I'm going to do it. So I say to you today, you can do it. You can do it. You can do whatever you put your mind to. You can do it. And as TJ said this morning, if you really, really want to do something, you will get it done. How about that? If we really want that Starbucks coffee, we will get out of our bed and go to Starbucks and get that coffee. And so we have to look at that with everything else we desire in our lives. If we want it, we put the energy and we put the effort out there to get it done and for it to manifest. Manifestation doesn't come in inactivity. Manifestation comes when we move, when we do something. And when we move, things manifest. When we move, miracles happens. And I think the places where miracles manifest the most is with people who are in movement, people who are doing something to get to the life and to do the things that they love, and to do the things that will give them bliss and joy, and do the things that make their lives work. That is the ground, the fertile ground for miracles to happen. That's the fertile ground for manifestation. That's the fertile ground for your life to be abundant. And so I say that to you today. I want you to tap into that great energy that God has given us. Today is a beautiful day. Today, go out there and make it great. Go out there and do something for yourself that will put you closer to the life that you so desire. Remember, check out the energy that's in the room, and then look at what energy you're bringing to the room. And then, hey, Sella, that's my girl Marcella from the East Coast. Now, this woman right here, I'm going to tell you, TJ, you talk about me and prayer. This is the prayer woman. Marcella does Motivate and Pray. She does a Saturday morning call every week. She does these great, she's on everybody's conference call. Marcella is just booked. I think she's booked out probably into 2017. She's on everybody's call, everybody's thing. She is a wonderful woman of God who believes in the power of prayer, who has so much wisdom, and it's just doing great things for not just the kingdom of God, but for people, just for humanity. That's how I look at Marcella. She is a shifter, helping to shift the atmosphere for people through the power of prayer, through the power of words, and through the power of teaching. Love you. Oh my God, Marcella is so awesome. And so through the power of teaching and healing and helping people to see themselves in their best light. She's one of those workers, along with Yolanda and TJ and I. She's one of those people. She's out there. Follow her, you guys. Cella D Motivates. Follow Yolanda K. Follow Reality TV Coach. And all of you guys, when you see people join in, go and follow them. Go and follow them. Even if I don't know you, you find somebody on here that you can follow and start to network and start to get out there and meet other people who are out there doing something positive, putting positive vibes out there and doing a work. So I had to get on this scope because I tell you, my girl TJ in Miami wrote a book in 3 days, inspired me for Solution Saturday, thinking about that energy we bring. Because you know what? TJ wrote that book because of the energy that she had. And it wasn't an energy like she said. It wasn't like she was like, I'm going to get it. You know, she knew she was going to get it done. She had it. Now, get this. She had a goal. She knew she was going to go on this trip and she was going to write her book. But it didn't mean every moment she wanted to write her book, because she was on a cruise with some classmates. So she could have went and hung out. She talked about how she didn't go on land when they were in Jamaica. She could have been in Jamaica partying up now. All right now, man. She could have been out there in Jamaica. I know some great West Indians. She could have been out there having a great time. Could have found her little chocolate man out there. So anyway, but she knew she had a purpose to write her book, and she got it done. And that was the energy she put out. And that's what I want us to be mindful of. What's the energy we're putting out there for our lives to work? What energy? Are we putting the energy of, I can't do it? Are we putting the energy of, it's too hard? Are we putting the energy of, I don't have enough? I don't have enough smarts. I don't have enough money. I don't know the right people. No, you know the right people. You know who the person you know first? Number one is God. Number two, you have enough, and you have what you need to manifest. Mom, you see the mommy antenna hearing is going up, ladies and gentlemen. I hear my daughter crying, so you know the first thing I want to do is jump off the scope and see what's going on with her. You know, I have 3 boys and 1 girl, so you know I'm kind of like, what are the brothers doing to their sister? So, but okay, it subsided. They're probably playing, and she's not getting her way. I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, my daughter runs the house. She's the queen of the castle. I'm the queen and she's the princess, but she always want to jump in the queen role because we love her so much. So it's just so funny. She's so funny. Okay, she's done. I had to just listen out for a minute to hear what's going on. And so I just want you to be mindful of your energy, because that's the only way we're going to manifest the great things that we want. That's the only way. And my girl TJ inspired me. And I want you to know that. Watch your energy. Watch the energy in the room. Bring it. Bring the energy. Bring the joy. Bring the light. Bring it so that you can manifest the life that you want. And with the Debbie Downer and the I can't do it and I don't have enough and woe is me, worst case scenario is not going to get it done. I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to get it done. And I have spent too long in that place of all the excuses and all the things of why it can't happen, why it's not going to happen. Why, whoa. So that does not work to manifest the life that you desire. What does it? What did I say? The energy, the action, moving forward, putting action in your life. Action, when you put action behind it, you have just created the fertile ground for miracles. You have just set the fertile ground for manifestation. It doesn't mean life's not going to be hard. It doesn't mean you're not going to have challenges. What it does means is now you've just created the ground for something great to happen because you're moving. You know, I love that song by Ludacris. When I move, you move, just like that. And so I think about that song. I'm one of those people. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Confession time. How many? And I want to see your hands. I want to see how many people who are gonna say yes, this is me. Okay, this is one of the things I do. Transparent moment. When I hear songs, I always think about God, or like changing it up to like a gospel song. So my sister and I, when that song came out, and my husband, we were thinking about, when I move, you move, just like that. We was thinking about God, right? So he was like, yeah, when God moves, I move, just like that. When God moves, I move, just like that. Okay, I know. Thank you, ladies, giving me the love. Thank you. I love you both so much. I love Marcella and Yolanda so much. Those are my girls. Both of them are my accountability partners. It's very interesting. They're both my accountability partners, and they are some bad mama jammers. I'm telling you, Yolanda is this. Oh, she has an accountability to success group right now, and she's just helping entrepreneurs and people just live it out, put that business plan out there and make it happen. Yolanda, I mean, we went over our business plans and things for our what we're manifesting very soon, and in our private group. And Yolanda I was just on the call like, okay, all right, this is going to be awesome. How about the number one client signing up for her stuff? I just saw how she's going to help people on so many levels. She's such a bad. And the same thing with Marcella. We've been over a year in a group, and Marcella is just such a great heart and a great spirit. And it's so funny. We haven't even met in person, and I just love her. I really love her, and I know when I go out to visit I know it is the power of divine connection. I know, and I know when I go to the East Coast, I'm going to go see Marcella. When I go, my husband was in New Jersey, and I was like, oh, you're going to be out there? Marcella lives in New Jersey. I was like, you got to connect with your cousin because she knows your cousin, and you can see Marcella. And he was like, you need to have to go to my reunion. So, I was real hot about that. So I'm like, I'm going to New Jersey. I'm going to spend time with Marcella. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to have a good time. And so I just say to you, watch the energy. Know what energy are you bringing to the table of your life, and to the table of the situation that you walk in, the room you walk in, the places you walk in. What energy are you bringing? And know that you have the power to change the energy for yourself and for your life and for the environment that you're in a moment. In a moment. Like what the Bible says, Jesus will come in a twinkling of an eye. In a moment. In a twinkling of an eye, you can change it. I love you too, Yolanda. Oh, I know, world changers. I know some powerful sisters. I mean, Danae and all these different people. Melanie, who Melanie inspires. She got to get on Periscope. Marcella, Melanie. I'm like, Periscope and her. She would do really good on Periscope. There's so many women I know that are just awesome that I'm just like, ah. So, I'm telling you right now, you have the power to change. So I want you to go out today, and I want you to have a great day. I want you to manifest those miracles on this Labor Day weekend. I want you to manifest those great things in your life. I want you to know that you can do it. I want you to know that you have the power to change the energy. Don't let anybody bring you down. You bring them up. That's how I am. I don't let anybody bring me down. People are all down and all wong, wong, wong. I'm like, oh, I'm about to have a party up in here. I'm about to turn this out. And so that's my way of thinking, is that I'm going to make this great. I'm going to change the energy in the atmosphere. But most of all, we have to learn how to do it with ourselves. We can't allow the negative talk and the negative thoughts and the negative belief systems to stop and hinder us anymore. We have to start living the life we so desire. We have to start manifesting those miracles and manifesting the things that we want to see happen. And it starts with us. It starts with how we think. It starts with how we live. It starts by what we believe and what we do. And so know that You have the power. We're going to make it great. I hope you love this great solution Saturday. The solution is you have the power to change the energy in your life. Go out there and change it and make it great. So have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to have some great times with my friends, with my family. I don't have any plans. You never have plans, right? You just go and do. You just make it happen. Somebody tell you about some cookout, something, and then you're like, we're there. So, and one thing, my husband and I, we have to do some mastermind work for the power couple. We're going to be doing that. So it's going to be some work too. It's going to be a little bit of work on the Labor Day weekend. We have to crank it out, because to be great, you got to seize the moment, like TJ did. She was on a cruise. She could have been out there party hardying, but she realized too, she took advantage of the moment and the time of being away and in a different environment. And just a little side tip. Hey, before we leave, a side tip. Before you leave, sometimes you have to change your environment to change the energy. So one thing that my husband and I do, my husband loves to go to the library, and he goes to the library to do a lot of work and creation. He loves the library. I love the library too. I love the library. But in this season of my life, I live in sunny California. You know where I go? I go to the beach. I go to the beach, and it's this great Starbucks that's right by the beach, right by the water, that's not far from my home. And I go there and I crank out my stuff. I do my homework from our Paid to Be You group. Hey, Byron Davis. Oh, we're not going to talk about Byron Davis. Hey, Yolanda, we're not going to talk about Byron Davis. Byron doggone Davis. Byron Davis is, oh my God, he's great. He's a wonderful man. He's our coach, and Byron is a bad mama jamma. I want you to follow him on Paid to Be You on Periscope. His scopes will help you. They will bless you. They will encourage you, and they will help you live your best life. But I'm going to tell you, Byron Davis and his wife, Annette, you talking about a power couple. They are a power couple. They are out there doing the doggone thing with just they're just sweet. I love them. They're not even my friends. They're my family. They're my family. Byron and Annette are my family. So you see a little space and you'll hear me go bro, and that's my bro and that's my sis. Yeah, that's what it is. We're just extended family, but they are a great couple, and they're out there doing the doggone thing. Shout out to my girl Tracy, because that's Annette's sister, and Tracy is one of my BFFs and sisters. For real. Like, really. Like, I can't live without my Tracy. Oh my God. Okay. I'll go on and on about that. I can't even, okay. Why all of a sudden I feel like tearing up just thinking about Tracy? Okay. I love you, Tracy. Okay. So anyway, so what was I saying? See, I lost my train of thought. I went off. But anyway, change your environment. That's it. Thank you, Lord. Change your environment. So sometimes you have to change your environment to be great. I know. Yeah. See, Yolanda's talking about Byron. Look at those notes, you guys. He is great. I know. Yolanda, we may have to meet up this weekend so we can get our mastermind, get our homework together. Byron, he's going to want that homework. And so, change your environment. So I go to this great Starbucks that's by the beach. I go out there and I create. Wherever you have to go, it can be your backyard, it can be your park. I could work out here at the pond, but for me personally, I do some things out in the pond, like my periscopes. But I like to change the environment and go somewhere different, and just in a place where I feel creative. And I feel creative at the water. The water is a place of calming and a place of creation. Oh, Yolanda's working all day. See, that's what I'm saying. Yolanda's working all the time. I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. This woman is working all the time. If she's not speaking somewhere, she's a okay. Let me just. I gotta pump up. I gotta pump up Yolanda for a minute. She's a pastor. Number one. She's a preacher, teacher machine. She's an entrepreneur. She's speaking everywhere. She's just speaking at school, speaking here, speaking there. She's just this very professional. That's a very good word. Professional and classy. Yolanda's a class act. There's certain people I put in that category, and that's Yolanda. Yolanda's a class act. When I'm around her, I feel like she makes me want to up my game. Just being in her presence. I don't know if she knows that. I don't think I've ever told her that. But Yolanda is it's just a class act. I respect her a whole lot. And so she's always working. She's always working. She's a very hardworking woman. And not only is she always working, but in the midst of that, she finds time to be this great mom to her kids and this great husband to her, I mean great wife to her husband. And so, there's enough hours in the day, and she figures out how to do it, and she's just present, and she makes the time. And I really respect that about her. I respect the fact that, I see her children, I see her husband, and when I see her children and I see her husband, they are as great as she is. Her family, her daughter's beautiful, her son, handsome, just had a birthday, and just a wonderful family. And her husband has just this very calm, great spirit about him when you see him, just very calming. And they're just a wonderful couple and a wonderful family. And so, Yolanda is a class act. And so definitely she's going to start scoping, you guys. Look out soon. She's going to start scoping, but that's that, when you're a person that you work all the time and you just want everything to be perfect, that's Yolanda. But believe me, when she starts scoping, y'all gonna be hooked. She gonna have such a tribe and such a following, just like Marcella does, just like TJ does. I'm in awe. I'm in awe of how God has hooked me up with so many great women. It's like what you need in the season. That's another note for Solution Saturday. What you need and what you've been praying for, it's going to come to you. I knew in 2014, I knew God spoke to me and said that he was going to change the environment and was going to change some of the people I was with. I didn't even understand that. I thought, I'm going to lose some friends. I don't want to lose nobody. I love my people. And it wasn't even about that. God brought great people into my life and great connections. And yeah, Yolanda is straight crazy. Yeah, she is. She crazy. But that's just like me. I'm crazy. My husband is all, yes, you need the, my husband's really calm too. And until you know how it is. You know how when your husband's all up in his passion, then he just comes alive. That's my husband. So when he's teaching and preaching, oh my God, he's just a different person. Or talking about social justice or those things he's passionate about, my husband will rev up. But other than that, he's a very calm person, very low key, like Yolanda's husband. So, what you need will come to you. Yeah, I know. Yolanda, you better take these words from Marcella. I think they're inspired by God. But what you need will come to you when you need it. I prayed for connections. I prayed for great people to come into my life, and God has done it with the couples that we're meeting through the Harrises. The Harrises are great connectors for couples and for people, and they have just connected us to some wonderful couples, and they're a wonderful couple themselves. I love Jermaine and Brandy. Oh my God, they are so, I'll start talking about them. Oh my God, we were just over there last night. Brandy cooked us such a great meal. I was like, what? Okay. Anyway, I'll just go on and on. But what you need will come to you. And I know I had a thought. And isn't that, you have a thought and God is so faithful to then manifest that thought in your life. But you have to be mindful, because what I realize is a lot of times if we're not mindful, we'll miss that God answered the prayer, that God provided just what we needed when we're so. That's why we have to watch our energy. Goes back to energy. We have to go back and watch our energy and watch what we put out there, because I'm becoming too. I'm becoming the best version of myself. I'm becoming the best me. I'm becoming the greatest me. I love that what is it? Username? I love it. I am becoming. Welcome. Yeah, I am too. Oh my God. I think I'm going to write something. I think I'm going to write a lesson. I'm going to teach that. I am becoming. Love it. I know. Yolanda said, I love people and just want them to live the lives God has already preordained for them. I know. And that's what I notice about the people that God has partnered me with and have brought into my life in this season, is they all have that. TJ has it. Don has it. Marcella has it. Just all these great people. It really is a heart of service and a heart of people who love people and people who are called to help people and love on some people and lead some people. I have been drawn to those people recently. And so it's great. But God will answer exactly what you need. And it's all about the energy. It's all about what you put out there in the atmosphere. And you have to have the energy of expectation, not the energy of it's not going to happen. It never happens for me. I never make it. Well, as long as you keep thinking that and saying that, that's exactly what you're going to get. What you're going to get is that it is happening for me. It is, oh my God. I thank you, God, that it's manifesting. I thank you that I'm making those six figures. I thank you for those top ideal clients that are coming to me. I thank you for the people who are paying top dollar and paying in full for my services. I thank you, Lord. I thank you that it's here. It's already here. I thank you that I'm cashing those checks. I thank you that I'm out there saving the world and blessing people, and not saving the world like I got a savior complex. I'm talking about using my gifts to be a blessing, using my gifts to help people get that aha moment, using what you have gifted me to help someone else. And then guess what? There's always somebody who's sent to help us. We're not exempt. God always sends wonderful people to help us get where we need to be, the place we need to be, like Coach Byron. So it's all about the energy and what you put out there, and having that energy of expectation. When you expect it, it will come. And that means negative or positive. So why not use that same energy that you're worrying, that you're fretting, use that same energy to expect some good, to expect some wonderful things to come into your life. I want you to have a great, wonderful Labor Day weekend. I got to get out. My daughter's calm now, but I got to get going with my day. You know, my husband's at spin class. You know I need to be in spin class with him. Okay, so I'm changing that energy about this exercise. You know, there was a point I lost 55 pounds on my own, straight exercise, working out, changing my diet, and yeah, I gained some of that back. So, I got to move that energy again to get some more weight off of me. But I want you. Yolanda wanted to know, when is your call? Her call is in the morning. It's East Coast time. Marcella, let her know what time. It's East Coast time. So Yolanda, it's with the chickens with us, because other than that, I would be on her call. I think I've been on her call twice because I've just been up. And I'm like, wait a minute, Marcella's call is going on right now. Let me join. So I've only been on her call a couple of times, but it's early Saturday mornings. Go to Motivate and Pray Yolanda on Facebook. Motivate and Pray. She's Marcella Moore. Oh, while I'm telling Yolanda, all the rest of you, go do that. Check her out. Motivate and Pray on Facebook. She's Motivate and Pray on Twitter. She's on Instagram. She's on everything. Marcella Moore, Motivate and Pray. Motivate and Pray. Motivate and Pray. You will be blessed. She is out there. I don't like to use the words like some people say, killing the game, doing all that. I don't know. There it is. It's Saturdays, 5 a.m. our time, Yolanda. We're on the West Coast for all of you on the scope. We're in California. Marcella's in New Jersey. Motivate and pray, y'all. I'm telling you. I know. We're going to get some people over there, Marcella. Then Marcella have like 20,000 followers, you know. Her call is going to be so big that she's going to have to get like 4 or 5 lines. We're going to figure out how to do it because she has like 20,000 people on her prayer calls. And so I'm manifesting it. I'm talking it. I'm speaking it into existence. And I'm so looking forward to when Marcella comes to California for a speaking engagement, and I come to New Jersey for a speaking engagement. And I'm looking forward to the time we're going to share a couple platforms, and we're going to be at each other's events, rocking it. And so it is. Yolanda's going to be there. Yolanda's going to be speaking. TJ. This is going to be this great time. Don's going to be there. It's going to be some people. What we got? It's so many great people that I know, and Denise J. Hart and Nikki and Zenobia and all these great women who are just out there and doing it so well. The marvelous Lisa Nichols and all these people. And but we're going to manifest and get the things that God wants us to do, and it's all about the energy that you put out. So I want you to think about that on this Solution Saturday. I just gave you the solution to your problem. Your problem has been your thinking. Your problem has been the energy that you've been putting out, and I just gave you the solution. The solution is change your energy, change your thoughts. First of all, change your belief systems and your thoughts about what you think about the matter, what you think about yourself, and what you think about your future. And when you change that, then what you say will change. You change change your belief systems, then you change your thoughts, and then you change what you say, and then you change what you do. It is a progression. And so the Bible says we are transformed by the renewing of our minds. We got to think something new about some things. So I want you to go out there and think some new thoughts, think some power thoughts, think some manifesting thoughts, and watch how your life will shift in the very moment that your thoughts start to shift. It's your belief starts to shift. You will start seeing those miracles manifest. I'm a believer. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. Not I am a believer, but I'm a witness, and my life has changed dramatically. I'm so much so that I'm sitting out here in my wonderful backyard at my pond. And talking to you guys on a Periscope. So I want you to have a wonderful, blessed day, a wonderful, blessed Labor Day weekend. And as always, this is Unitha L. Muhammad from Core Work with UL Muhammad. Check me out, you guys. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, everything. I'm on all the social media. I'm there. I'm on LinkedIn, Unitha L. Muhammad. Check me out. Join me. Like me. You know, play with me, as people say. Come play with me. Come get inspired. I leave a word, a daily word, my Devo for the day. Go and be inspired and know that, as always, this is what I do. Who knows? What do I wish everyone every time? On my radio show and everything. I have a radio show Mondays, Blog Talk Radio. I have a radio show, so definitely go over there and listen to that. My husband says I never tell people about my radio show. I'm sorry. I forget. I've been doing it for years. I have over 17,000 listeners on my show. I thank you all who have listened all over the world to my show. Yeah, I hit 17,000. I'm so happy. I was telling about, oh my God. I was like at 16 for the longest. I was doing my show in prime time, and then I took it to the mornings, and it changed the audience. So I kind of stayed at a number for a while, and now I'm at 17, almost 18,000 listeners. I just thank God. I praise God. But I need you to subscribe, because I got all these listeners, but I don't have a lot of subscribers to my radio show. So definitely subscribe. Don't just listen, but subscribe. But as always, this is Unitha L. Muhammad. Thank you, Marcella. I wish you peace and blessings. Go and have that great day. Put that energy out there. Put that positive energy out there. Change the atmosphere. I love you. This is Unitha L. Muhammad. Peace and blessings.